As Taylor adjusted her seatbelt and glanced casually down the aisle, she noticed something that made her sit up straighter. A young woman, clearly heavily pregnant, was struggling with a carry-on bag nearly as big as she was. Her forehead glistened with sweat, her breathing labored as she maneuvered through the narrow aisle, apologizing softly each time she bumped into another passenger. Without a moment's hesitation, Taylor unbuckled her seatbelt, stood up, and made her way toward the woman. Several passengers turned their heads, realizing it was the Taylor Swift, but Taylor didn't care about the attention. She gently tapped the woman's shoulder and said, "Hi, I'm Taylor. You look like you could really use a break. Please, take my seat." The woman's eyes widened in shock. "Oh no, I couldn't possibly," she began, but Taylor just smiled warmly and shook her head. "I insist," Taylor said. "You and your baby deserve to be comfortable." A nearby flight attendant, recognizing what was happening, quickly stepped in to help. Within minutes, Taylor had helped the woman into her spacious first-class seat, handing her a pillow and blanket, making sure she was settled comfortably. The flight crew offered her water and snacks, and the pregnant woman, tears welling in her eyes, kept thanking Taylor. Taylor didn't take another first-class seat. Instead, she quietly made her way to the back of the plane and found an empty seat in economy. She tucked herself against the window, smiling softly to herself, ignoring the murmurs of excited passengers who were now abuzz about her act of kindness. But what happened next truly changed everything. The woman, whose name was Emily, was actually on her way to a city several states away for a very important reason, to undergo a specialized medical procedure for her unborn child. She had been anxious about the trip, feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and alone. Taylor's simple act of kindness gave her not just physical comfort, but emotional strength at a moment when she needed it most. Several months later, Taylor received a letter through her management team. It was from Emily. She wrote, "Dear Taylor, you didn't just give up your seat that day. You gave me hope. Because of your kindness, I arrived calm and rested. The procedure was a success. My daughter Grace was born healthy. I named her Grace because that's what you showed me that day. Pure Grace. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart." Included in the letter was a small photograph. A beautiful baby girl wrapped in a soft pink blanket. Taylor was deeply moved. She kept the photo pinned to her studio wall as a reminder that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Later, during an interview, when asked about acts of kindness, Taylor mentioned the story, without naming Emily, saying, "Sometimes the best moments aren't the ones on stage. They're the ones when you get to be a human first." The story quietly went viral after Emily shared it anonymously online. Not to chase fame, but to encourage others to show kindness to strangers. It inspired thousands to pay it forward, creating a ripple effect of compassion around the world. And it all started with a simple offer of a seat and a heart big enough to notice when someone needed help.